see. Hopefully this week it'll be a little bit better out here. There you go. All right. Should be good. Lower more space. And under the shade. There you go. All right, before I get started, I'm going to say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shan, Bahashem Rakadah. Salute to the men out here salute to the men out here teaching the fullness. I was saying teaching the fullness of the scriptures in these times. To the hopeful elect scattered abroad, unlike unto a speckled bird, tabernacle with King David. I look forward to your rulership and the kingdom to come. To the remnant, men, women, children, shalom, right? Okay, once again, out here through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, to bring out the truth of the scriptures to so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American, and speckled bird Israelites that's going to be scattered to the four corners. And so get closer to the end, you get closer to the end, so the prophecies of the scriptures is going to heat up. They're going to take place. Though it tarry, wait for it, it will not tarry. So sooner or later, the things that the scriptures say will happen in the end is going to happen. And one of the things that the scriptures talk about taking place is wars. World War III. Let's get it. I want to get that though it tarry. Let's get that first. Let's get that. Yeah. Habakkuk, the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 1. And I will stand upon my watch, and I will stand upon my watch, and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me, and said, write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So sooner or later, the things, like I was saying, written in the scriptures is going to come to fruition. It's going to happen. The words, my words do not go out void. They will accomplish, what's that? Isaiah 56, right? Another one, the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. So everything written in the scriptures is going to take place. Isaiah chapter 56, verse 11. Or is it 55 and 11? Yeah, 55 and 11. Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my words be that go forth out of my mouth. It shall return unto me. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper into the thing whereunto I sent them. Yeah. So the things that's in the scriptures, it's gonna come around sooner or later. It's gonna come around sooner or later. The words written in the scriptures is not gonna go out void. Everything that's written in the scriptures, it's gonna happen. It's gonna take place. It's gonna come to fruition. Every single thing. So what's one of the things that the scriptures talk about? Let's get it. Revelation, right? Revelation 11. Right. Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past. The second war is past. World War II is past. The second woe is past. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The third woe cometh quickly. So in the last week, right? In the last week, the small hats over there, if they got possession of the land and they're good and they're God's chosen people and all of this, why all the destruction? They done bomb Syria. They done bomb like 5 different countries over there, leading up to them bombing Iran last night. And Iran done went ham on them heads. Iran even told France said they was going. China done sent missiles over there, fuel for their drones. And China said they're gonna support Iran, right? So that's already in already there. The BRICS nations is standing. Some of the BRICS nations is starting to stand behind Iran. So now Iran done bombed Jerusalem, Libya, not Kuwait, Tel Aviv. They done bombed Tel Aviv, and it's destroyed over there. It's destruction all over, and that's something that they normally don't do. It's usually the other way around. It's usually the other way around. What's this one? Matthew. All in the scriptures, though. Matthew chapter 24 and 5. And many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. This is all that's going leading up to the end. Leading up to the end, this is what you're going to have to hear. You're going to have to deal with. And sooner or later, it's going to pop off. Think about it. What's his name? Netanyahu, not a Jew, as Elder Malcolm would call him. Not a Jew. He set off them bombs, and he left and went to Cyprus, I think. Greece. Yeah, he left after he bombed. He flew and left the country. His son is not in the country. His son down here in Miami got him a condo down here in Miami, partying, chilling. Meanwhile, he set off the bombs. Know they was gonna retaliate. He left, and his people over there getting rocked right now, and he not even there. Why? Because the Lord put it on these people's hearts to do these things in the end, man. The Lord said, I'm going to put hooks in your jaws, man. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. The end is not yet. The end is not yet. You're going to have all of these things you're going to have to deal with leading up into the day of judgment. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All these are the beginning of sorrows, man. And so you'll go, well, you might not be dealing with a particular thing at the time. You might not be dealing with earthquakes in diverse places. You might not be dealing with famine particular time, but I bet you if you go over there to them countries that's over there getting bombed, I bet you they're dealing with famine. They're dealing with some of the things that we talking about. The earth is rocking to and fro for them. Soon it's gonna be the whole world though. It's coming. All of this stuff is coming to the whole world, man. It's coming to the whole world. What was it on his way? Let's get let's get that Ciroc. Let's get that Ciroc. Can we get that mic? Let's get Ciroc. 36 and 10. Ciroc, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36 and ooh. Let's start at 1. Ciroc, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36, verse 1. Have mercy upon us, O Lord, power of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Ciroc, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36, verse 2. And send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations and let them see thy power. Yeah, man. The missiles is the last plague. The last plague that will hit the earth before the kingdom to come is going to be the missiles and the chariots. That's going to be the last thing this place see before it go down. But leading up to that, you're going to see all of this type of stuff. It's going to ramp up. It's going to ramp up. And that's what you're seeing, man. Because think about it, man. Israel is used to dropping bombs on people and don't have to worry about nothing. They might have to deal with a little small attempt, a couple of little whatever. Iran been bombing. Iran, and they online. Iran even online talking shit. Iran like, yo, we gonna do away with these motherfuckers. Iran is on Twitter. They is talking shit. They even had a big ass screen TV, a big ass double screen, big ass projector screen TV outside over there, and they was showing the people in Iran, the Lebanese people, they was showing them when they was bombing, they was recording it live, and there was a whole damn audience out there, arena full of people watching them bomb Israel. Israel never had to deal with that before. But the nations is getting tired of this bullshit, man. The Lord is getting tired of this bullshit. Ciroc, Ecclesiasticus 36 and 3. Lift up thy hand against the strange nation, and let them see thy power. As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us. What the scriptures say? Micah chapter 1 verse 14. The name of the Lord is dreadful among the heathen, because the heathen nations know what the Lord could do. They know what the Lord could do. And let them, and 5, and let them know thee, as we have known thee, that there is no power, but only one thou, O power. Show new signs, and make other strange wonders, Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Watch this. Raise up indignation, raise up indignation, and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Make the time short. Remember the covenant, and let them declare thy works, and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire. Hmm? That fire, you're going to see fire. It's going to be fire all over this lesson today. It's going to be fire all over this lesson. And you got some weak heads out there. You got some people out there that's talking about what I said. He said, I'm going to have to mute Esau because y'all talking about Esau too much. What it say? And Isaiah say, give them no rest. Heads is amazing, man. Hebrews, the bruise. That's how the bruise think. And the Yah Israelites. Sirach 36:9. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Who is oppressed by the people? You still have Trump. You have Israel drop bombs on Iran, and then you have Trump and France them telling Iran they shouldn't retaliate. They better not retaliate before there's nothing left. And then if you respond, you're the aggressor now. How are they got hit first, but them responding, they're the one in the wrong. How does that make sense, man? How does that make sense? You gonna tell a whole country, ain't nowhere in the world America gonna let somebody drop some bombs on them and they don't retaliate. Ain't nowhere in the world America gonna do that. But America tell another country, another nation, oh man, don't worry about that. You know, you still shouldn't respond. You still shouldn't respond. America do that in a heartbeat. Let him that escapeth, Sirach 36:9. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Smite in sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen. Smite in sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say there is none other but we. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together, and inherit thou them as from the beginning. Yeah, man. O Lord, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn. Yeah. And so when the Lord returns, that's when Israel gonna be in good standing. That's when the land, because the land over there gotta be cleansed. All of the shit they doing over there in the Holy Land right now, in our land, the Lord gotta cleanse that land of that. The mole sector, the mole activity. You think Diddy parties ain't going on over there in Jerusalem? Shit. You think they ain't adrenochroming little kids over there and stuff like that? They ain't raping little kids over there? They doing all that over there in Jerusalem. Prisoners, they talk about the prisoners. They doing raping the men raping the men and the women prisoners over there. They doing all kind of atrocities over there in Jerusalem right now. So the land gotta get cleansed, man. The land gotta get cleansed. And ain't no what they do. They got the dead chickens where they take chickens out and they put all of their sins into the chicken and kill it. I know they do that in New York. Crazy, man. Ridiculous. Let's get that mic. Let's get Micah chapter 5, verse 9. Victory by the Most High's power. Yeah, that's how, and even that. If they're the chosen people, why you need a iron dome? To feel safe, to feel protected. You got the protection of the Lord. You God's chosen people. You claiming to be God's chosen people. Why you need an iron dome? You don't trust in the Lord? You don't trust in the Lord? Because they're not the people. They're not God's people. They're not the people of the Bible. And I got the scriptures to back that up. After this, we're going to get on that a little bit. Let's get Micah chapter 5, verse 9. Thy hand shall be lifted up upon thy adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots, and I will cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds, and I will cut off witchcraft out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee. And demons on heads, get the bugging out. And I will cut off witchcraft out of thy hand, and I will cut off witchcraft out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands, and I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee. So will I destroy thy cities. 15. And I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. Huh? Micah chapter 5, verse 15. And I will execute vengeance in anger and in fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. Yeah. Sooner or later, man, the Lord, just like sooner or later, the Lord gonna come. I shall come. Matter of fact, how the scriptures say? Because I was about to mess it up anyway. Isaiah 26 and 21. For behold, the Lord will cometh. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. So yeah, sooner or later the Lord gonna come out of his place to punish the world, the other nations. And so yeah, Micah, 1 Peter 4 and 17, judgment begins at the house of the Lord, but the Lord gonna get the heathen too. He gonna put his foot in their ass too. Matter of fact, he gonna do double unto them. It say that in Revelation. Matter of fact, let's get it. Babylon's iniquity. Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Yeah, the plagues is going to be the missiles and the destruction that's coming to this place. Now, and look at this, come out of her. Now, look at this one. Back to Isaiah 26 and 20. Come, my people, into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation overpass. The indignation, righteous anger of the Lord, man. Arrows of indignation. Back to it. Fifth, revelation. So that coming out of her, yeah, you know, you could mentally and spiritually, you come out of, be not conformed to this world. But that right there is in reference to, hey, when shit hit the fan, the Lord gonna gather his elect and gonna take them up out of there until the indignation overpass, man. Still going. 5, Revelation chapter 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. Yeah. So the heathen gonna get rewarded double. They gonna be rewarded double. Reward her, Revelation 8 and 6, 18 and 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she has filled, fill to her double. Yeah, fill to her double. Now let's go back to them people not, it's in the scriptures that them people is not the Lord's people. Let's get that Luke first. Luke 21. Luke 21 and 24. Luke chapter 21 and 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive unto all nations. When was them people over there done like that? When was they led away captive into all nations? I know who fit that bill, because the slave ships, when they left from West Africa, they didn't just come here. They went to all nations around the world, and some of the other nations that the slave ships from West Africa didn't go to. You had slave ships from here that took Northern Kingdom, so-called Native American. You had Northern Kingdom put on ships and taken out of here too. They was put in the human zoos and things like that in other countries. So we know who the people are that were scattered into captivity in all nations. It wasn't them people over there. That's why they do all of these different things to try to fit. They have their women. One of the things they do, they have their women shave their hair. Who the women that lead the league and weave and this and that and wigs and all that? Black women lead the league in that. All of these things are curses. Rain hold up. Say it ain't gonna rain till later on this afternoon. Luke chapter 21 and verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive unto all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Yeah. So the land, it says that the land is going to be trodden down. The people and the land is going to be trodden down to their time is up. We not on the top, and they sure as hell the people over there definitely not on the bottom. I call them professional victims, man. They could drop a bomb on the country and then still come out there, their leader, and not a Jew, come out there and do a thing and say, we had to do this. And we was defending ourselves. But you shot at them first. What are you talking about? So that's one, right? That's one. What's the next one? Zephaniah? No, Zechariah. I'm right here, too. Scriptures that prove that they won't be, that the Israelites won't be in there, and the land will be given into the hand of the enemy, of the heathen, the Gentiles. Zechariah 9 and 5. Ashkelon shall see it and fear. Gaza also shall see it and be very sorrow. Isn't Gaza, going back to all of the things written in the scriptures, going back to all of the things written in the scriptures happening, isn't Gaza sorry right now? I bet they sorry they rule the day that they ever said, all right, we're going to agree to the Balfour Declaration and let these heads move back over. I bet they rule the day that happened, that decision was made, right? Ashkelon shall see it and fear. Gaza also shall see it and be very sorrowful. And Ekron, as for her expectation, shall be ashamed, and the king shall perish from Gaza, and Ashkelon shall not be inhabited, and a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. A bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. That's the coastal city. It's a coastal city over there on the edge of Jerusalem. Coastal city. They running the ports and all of this and all of that. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. That's two, right? We got Jerusalem shall be trodden down to the time of the Gentiles shall be fulfilled. We got a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Luke chapter 21, verse 24, and Zechariah chapter 9, verse 6. That's two, right? Let's get two more. It's easy work. Got the scriptures to back it up that they are not the people of the Lord, and that them being in possession is scriptural. It's biblical. It's prophecy that they would take over the land until their time is up. So having possession of the land right now and puffing your chest out and all that, that don't mean nothing. The scriptures say you was going to be in possession of the land. Lamentation. Chapter 5, verse 1. I was reading some other scriptures over there. I was going, oh, maybe we keep going. Let's go. Lamentation chapter 5, verse 1. Remember, O Lord, what is come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance, this is the point, Lamentation 5 and 2. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. Huh? Who fit them to school? Who fit that? Who fits that, man? They don't fit these descriptions, man. This didn't happen to them. They try to say, oh, the Holocaust, man, that shit happened to Our people over there before they got here, that stuff happened to our people now, in the past, and it's still happening right now. And it's still happening right now. You ain't taking no land. You're not. You could find a way to take some land from a black person, Latino person, or whatever, Native American person. You want their land. They'll find some court way or whatever. You're not taking no land from no small hat. You're not taking their land. You're not taking their land. There's no way you're going to be able to take some small hat land. I don't care where they at in the world, you're not taking their land. You're not taking their land. It's not happening. It's not happening. No way you're going to take their land. And they talk about the H-Car situation or whatever. They're still getting paid back for that to this day. They're still getting paid back for that. Germany, Switzerland, United States. So they done made that whatever little property, paintings, whatever they done lost, jewelry, they done got that back and more. Lamentation chapter 5 verse 2. Our inheritance is turned to strangers and our houses to aliens. That's 3. So we got Luke 21:24, Zechariah 9:6, and now we got Lamentation 5:2, right? This the pack. This the 4-pack for the heads. And it's more, but this is a 4-pack of cuts. Let's get Ezekiel now. Let's get down. They do not fit the prophecies, right? Of Israel returning. They fit the prophecies of the land being in the hands of somebody that don't supposed to have possession of the land. That's the prophecy they fit. Ezekiel 36:2. Thus saith the Lord power. Ezekiel 36:2. Thus saith the Lord power, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Yeah, the enemy, Esau, Edom. Esau, Edom. Edomites are in possession of the Holy Land right now. King David was throwing them in garrisons. Had Edomite slaves. Was slaying their ass. They in possession of the Holy Land now. Our land, our inheritance. Ezekiel 36:2. Thus saith the Lord power, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate. See, they go back to Jerusalem, the place, and Jerusalem, the people. So it's saying the land in possession. And then if you go back, who was the ones that had the slave ships and was benefiting from owning the slave ships and owning the slave houses where the slaves was being sold and had slaves? Small hats. They don't like to talk about that, but small hats. Therefore, Ezekiel 36:3. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are infamy of the people. Wherefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord power. Thus saith the Lord power to the mountains, to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken. which became a prey and a derision to the residue of the heathen round about. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I fought. Surely in the fire of my jealousy, there go that fire again. The fire, like I said, the fire gonna cleanse that place over there. Man. Imagine this: the Lord come back, return, and then none of the destruction, no cleansing, no nothing. You just gonna move them people out of there, and Israel just gonna come back in there with all of the type of shit that kosher pork over there, the big Mo parade they have over there, all of the things. So the chosen people just gonna go back there and just gonna clean up. No, this place is gonna be scorched, man. It's gonna be scorched, and the scorching is already taking place. The beginning of the scorching is taking place. This is what we seeing, man. Biblical prophecy. Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. Greek way for saying Edom, right? And they slick. They put that there. They didn't want it. They didn't want to put Edom there. They know. They know what's coming. I seen some dude, I think some motherfucker way back in the past. They gonna say, "Oh, remember, such and such predicted that it would be a war between Muslims and Jews." I said he ain't predict shit. All he did was read the scriptures and came up with that. And brought it out there and try to take credit for it. Ain't predict shit. You ain't predict nothing that's in the scriptures. It was already in the scriptures. You just came out and changed up some words, try to say it like it's your quote. It came out of your head or whatever. Yeah, maybe the Lord put it in your mind to say it, but you didn't predict shit. You just spoke what's already in the scriptures. Thus saith the Lord, Jeremiah 36:5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land, into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. Yeah. Idumea, Edom, is in possession of the Holy Land right now. Man. It's their possession right now. It's their possession. And they wilding over there, man. They wilding over there. Like, you already done won. It say, do the grape gatherers leave some grapes and they take them all? No, Esau gonna take them all. He already won. You over there, you done established Israel and all that. You the only one that can have nukes over there. You got an Iron Dome. You done destroyed Palestine, Gaza, all of this shit. What else do you want? What else the fuck do you want? That's why the scriptures call him the hammer of the whole earth. That bloody city. Scriptures is undefeated, man. Let's keep going. Let's go. Okay, that's the 4 right there. With you got Luke 21:24, Luke 21:24, Zechariah 9:6, Lamentations 5:2, Ezekiel 36:2 down to 5. Right there. Them is the cuts that they not all they knew that they not the people of the scriptures. Now let's get on Amalek ass now. Let's establish who Amalek is. Genesis. Because them are Amalekites over there. They not Khazars. Those are Amalekites over there. Khazarian, they not Khazarians. They are Amalekites. They are from the tribe of Edom. They are a tribe of Edomites. Just like Judah is a tribe of Israelites, they are Amalekites, a tribe of Edomites, a tribe of the family of the Edomites. Let's go, and it says Esau's descendants right there. Genesis 36:1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. These are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Right? These are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Right? 8. Genesis 36:8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And then you look at pictures of Mount Seir. You go and look up, go to images, type in Mount Seir. You go to images of Mount Seir, and you'll look and see what it looked like. Who call themselves Caucasian Mountain? After the Caucasoid Mountains, Caucasian. You look at
Hello, Moto.
You look at Mount Seir, right? You look at Mount Seir, and then you look at Washington, D.C. You look at Rome. You look at Mount Seir. You look at Washington, D.C. They tell on themselves, man. They tell on themselves because of the pride. Because of the pride. Because they like, ain't nobody going to touch us. Ain't nobody going to bring me down. Genesis 36:8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom, and these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. Right? These are the names of Esau's sons, Eliphaz, son of Adar, the wife of Esau, Ruel, son of Bashmath, wife of Esau. The sons of Eliphaz were Timar and Omar and Zepho and Gatam and Kenaz. And Tanah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bore to Eliphaz Amalek. And she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adar, Esau's wife. And she bore unto Eliphaz Amalek. Right? Let's get another one. Amalek. Let's remember Amalek. Let's remember Amalek. What's the next one? First Chronicles. Yeah, First Chronicles. Let's go back. Isaac's family. And Abraham begat Isaac, the son of Isaac, Esau and Israel, Esau and Jacob. The sons of Esau, right? The sons of Esau, Eliphaz, Ruel, Justus, and Jalem and Korah. The sons of Eliphaz, Timar, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, Kenaz, and Timnah, and Amalek. So Amalek is a grandson of Esau, right? Edomite, right? Okay. Let's keep getting it. Let's keep getting it. Now, let's get that Genesis, the Deuteronomy. And you know the crazy thing is, heads will come out here and they'll say they hate two-thirds. I heard Elder Apostle, um, I heard the Elder Apostle say that, the Mexicans down there in Dallas, how they I can't remember his name right now. But the Elder Apostle, he talks about how the Mexicans down there act and all of that. And I get that, Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, and it's right now until the Lord come back and repair it and this and that. But I'm here to tell you, the way these heads act here, and you don't supposed to be out there marching and all of that stuff anyway. But the way the Mexicans act here in North Carolina, man, I wouldn't have, man, look, man, whatever happened to y'all happened. Because heads would be like, yo, they hate two-thirds, and they talk about niggas, blacks, niggas, but they don't talk about them two-thirds spiggers. Two-thirds spiggers it's a special type, man. They are special type, man. You hear, you see, I be looking at the little arrest reports and all that. Even when they get arrested, they write down that they white. On their arrest report, Juan Rodriguez, nationality white. They special, man. They special. They special. You get what you get, man. You get what you get. Back to it. They special. They are special. Them two-third Northern Kingdom Issacharites, they special. They are special. I mean, you could do something nice. Say I'm standing or whatever, and I'm looking at something at the supermarket. I ain't gotta move out nobody way, but you get out the way, let a person come there, walk through, and look at you, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Like no respect. They really got no respect towards the black people, towards the brother. They really don't. Now if you they cutting your grass or they fixing your house or whatever, they're faking while you getting money. They act just like the heathen nations. It's all about money with them. If you ain't doing no business with them, they don't give a fuck about you. They won't even say how you doing. Hola. You can't even get an hola from a Mexican down this motherfucker. Crazy. Back to Amalek though. I ain't gonna get on my people today. I'ma let y'all live. I'ma let y'all live. Deuteronomy chapter. And then I even seen these two Cuban sisters. And she said, I get it. I get why y'all black people don't want to come out here and fuck with y'all. She said, I ain't talk. She said, I'ma keep it funky. I'm Cubano, so I ain't even gonna talk about none of the other Latino nations. She said, but I could tell you for a fact that the Cuban people are so racist towards black people. This is out of her mouth, she said it. And I'm like, yeah, she know how they get down. She know how they get down, but you'll have heads and be like, oh, y'all, listen, like, what do you want us to do? the way they act and this and that, we supposed to kiss their ass? I done been caught in the grito a whole bunch of times by dudes from Mexico, from Honduras, from Venezuela. Till it got to a point, I'm like, hey, yo, y'all gonna stop with all that negrito shit. Y'all going negrito, hey, I don't want to hear that shit no more, man. Deuteronomy 25:17. Remember what Amalek did. Remember Amalek now, right? Remember Amalek, right? Deuteronomy 25, Amalek is one of the descendants of Esau. Here are the generation of Esau. One of the generations was Amalek, right? Deuteronomy 25 and 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not the Most High. Therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy power have given thee rest from all thine enemies round about in the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget. See? The Lord don't forget nothing. Lord ain't forgetting nothing. The Lord, hey man, remember these guys, man. We coming out of Egypt. The stragglers, the old, the weak that left. Amalek came out with the sword, killed them. This is these heads, man. This is what they do. They still to this day, they'll bomb women and children. And then complain when the same shit happened to them. He said, what's his name said, not a Jew, said that, Iran bombed civilian places, civilian homes. Yeah, because y'all taking the planes and y'all taking y'all things and y'all sitting them in the middle of civilian homes and around. That's what they doing. They even had showed a diagram of how they had planes stacked on on floors and all of this shit or whatever, however they doing it. This is what they do, right? But then turn around, when Israel was bombing, they bombed churches, mosques, hospitals, civilian homes, refugee camps. They bombed everything. They destroyed all of the homes over there. Whole villages leveled, destroyed. That's what they do, though. That's them. That's what they do. Judges. Let's go to Judges now. We building up. This is the generation of E. We started from the generation, the different tribes, and one of the tribes of Esau is Amalek. And now we building up the case with how Amalek get down. Lord said, don't forget Amalek, man. Remember what he did to y'all? Judges chapter 3 and verse. Let's go 12. Yeah. Judges chapter 3 verse 12. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord. And the Lord strengthened Eglon, king of Moab, against Israel, because they had done evil in the sight of the Lord. And he gathered unto him the children of Ammon and Amalek. So now the Chinese king was given some power through the Lord, because Israel was going off. So you know what it say in Isaiah 10 and 5. The sword in their hand is my indignation. So the Lord uses the other nations to go against us. So but look who he got to help him out. And he gathered unto him the children of Ammon, the Japanese, and Amalek, Esau people, and went and smote Israel, and possessed the city of palm trees. So the children of Israel served Eglon, the king of Moab, 18 years. So yeah, the head got, so that get me to What's that one? I got two, Obadiah and Amos. Let's get Amos. Let's start at, let's get Amos chapter 1, verse 6. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4, I will not turn away the punish thereof, because they carried away captive the whole captivity to deliver them up to Edom. But I will send a fire on the wall of Gaza, which shall devour the places thereof. Ain't Gaza destroyed right now? Ain't Gaza destroyed right now? All, like I said, all this is biblical prophecy that you see playing out. All of this bombing, all of the destruction over there, this is all biblical prophecy. And you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. Watch this though. And I will cut off the inhabitant from Ashdod. Didn't we read that a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod? Right? Didn't we read that? And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. And I will cut off the inhabitant of Ashdod, and him that holdeth the scepter from Ashkelon, and I will turn my hand against Ekron, and the remnant of the Philistines shall perish, saith the Lord power. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered the whole captivity up to Edom, and remember not the brotherly covenant. So now, if Jacob and Esau's brothers, so now the descendants of Esau is helping the king of Moab, Amalek is helping the king of Moab fuck the Israelites up. Right? Sound like an enemy to me. But I will send a fire on the wall of Tyrus, which shall devour the places thereof. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Huh? He didn't remember the brotherly covenant. Esau was down with the other hands. 12. But I will send a fire upon Timon. Wasn't Timon one of the other descendants of Esau? We read it in First Chronicles 1:36 and in Genesis 36 and 10, right? But I will send a fire upon Timon, which shall devour the places of Basra. Yeah. Let's go to Obadiah now. We right here by it too. Yeah, let's go. Let's go 3. Obadiah 3, 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is on high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. If these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? No. Going back to what I was saying. They stealing the land. They don't have enough. They gonna keep stealing. They gonna keep stealing. They gonna keep bombing because they want to control the oil over there. They want to control the land. They want to control the area. That's what they want to do. So they trying to come up with all of these reasons and excuses to push their agenda. This is what they do. They not gonna get enough. Look, you let Christopher Columbus, look, Native Americans, Northern Kingdom, let Columbus off the ship. They on the beach for a little while. Then look, next thing you know, you on reservations. You let Columbus off the ship, and the next thing you know, you taught them how to eat, you taught them how to farm, so they could stop eating each other. I forget the name of the Elder Apostle Ricard. I couldn't get his name out. Elder Apostle Ricard. Salakia. Elder Apostle Ricard. I couldn't get his name. I know I was like, what's his name? I couldn't get his name. I was catching a brain cramp. Elder Apostle Ricard. But anyway, you let them off the ship. They on the beach. Next thing you know, they spread out a little bit. They eating people. Look up Jamestown 1607 to 1610. Then it's another, they was on a trail and they got caught. They was going out west and they had they wagon or whatever and they got caught. They was eating people until Northern Kingdom showed them how to farm the land and preserve food. So you go from doing all of that, helping them out, to the next thing you know, you on reservation. The same thing that Amalek doing over there now. They started with 100 acres, and now look at them. They done took over. They still trying to take over more. That's what they do. Back to it. Obadiah 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? With the scriptures. With the scriptures. With the scripture and the spirit. The spirit. The Lord put the spirit, the understanding, the knowledge on you to say certain things, to bring it out, to expose certain things, or whatever. But you gotta really understand that bombing and all of that over there, they hiding something. They hiding something. Something they don't want you to focus on and pay attention to. They hiding it under the guise of this situation over there. Something going on they don't want you to pay attention to. Some law they trying to pass, something they doing, something that happened they don't want exposed. I see they just had in Texas, they just caught, I think, 125 kids that was being human trafficked or whatever. And so you know when there's human trafficking involved, it's all about money. And when there's money involved, at the end of the day, whether it's Pornhub, whether it's this, whether it's that, it's always a small hat somewhere with a cash register going cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. So something they hide is something. Trust and believe is something that they're hiding. They don't want you to pay attention to. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Yeah, So what you see now going on is all of them nations is getting tired of the shit that the small hats is doing. Amalek, who is first in the nation, we get that next. Obadiah 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, destroy the wise men out of Edom and the understanding out of Mount of Esau? How can you look at Israel bombing everybody over there, then turning back around and saying, yo, we defending ourselves after you initiated against Iran? You telling Iran they can't have nukes, so you have the right to destroy them, but you got nukes. And you won't let nobody see your nukes, but you got nukes, but Iran can't have nukes. And because Iran want to have nukes, you have the right to defend yourself against them wanting to get nukes while you got nukes. How the fuck does that make sense? And thy mighty men, O Timon, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Why? 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 For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Didn't we just read in Amos 1? We read in Amos that he forgot the brotherly covenant, that he pursued his brother with the sword, and his hatred toward perpetual. He kept his hatred forever. We just read that, right? Watch. In the day 11, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gate and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was one of them. Remember, we read that the king of Moab, the Moabite king, he went and got Amalek to help him get at the Israelites. And Amalek was right there with him, right? But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered I don't see how you drive around in that noisy shit. Really? That stupid shit off, man. Obadiah 12, but thou shouldest not have looked in the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in a day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, you shouldest not have looked. And then you even talk about in the past, and then you talk about now. You talk about what happened with the transatlantic slave situation. Amalek benefited from that too. They knew they would talk about Hebrews for sale and all of that, and knew that the people came over here, spoke Hebrew, and they knew who they was dealing with. They knew that was the Israelites that they removed from Judah land over there. They knew who that was. And so they got together and they made money right now to this day. That's how the Rothschilds made all the money. The first banks that got set up. They knew who it was. 13. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, you shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Yeah. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those that did escape, neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. That go back to them teaming up with the Moabite king, the king of Moab. That go back to that too. And it go back to now. The curses is continuing, man. Let's get that one. Let's go there first. Then we go back to that. Nah, we stay focused. Psalms 83. They all confederate against us. All these nations are confederate against us. Even the so-called our brother Jacob is down with the other nations. That's why to this day Jacob is oppressed. Esau let these other nations, Elam, Moab, Ammon, Ishmael, Elam, all of them, Ham, all of them come over here, and Esau help them up, help them out, let them get education, let them get loans, let them get houses, let them get all of this stuff, as long as they look down on us and help oppress us together. That still's going on to this day. And you a liar if you say that ain't happening. Psalms chapter 83 and 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, right? The tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites and Moabites and Hagaris, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek. So he mentioned Edom here and he mentioned Amalek, because they love to say that they two different people. We over here, we Jewish, we not white. No, y'all Edomites, man. Y'all Amalek, they whichever other tribe they is. Y'all are Edomites. We're French, you're Edomites. We're the Dutch, you're Edomites. You're Edomites. We're German, you're the Edomites. Let's go. Now let's get where they place at right now. Now we get to that one. Numbers chapter 24 and 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not now. 9. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Seth, And then I go back to, if you the chosen people of the Lord, right? You the chosen people of the Lord. What should you be afraid of? Because China, Moab, China is down with is sending missiles and all that. And if China was to help Iran and nobody got in the way, if China was to help Iran, China and Iran would wipe Israel off the face of the earth. They'd destroy it. They'd destroy it with no problem. But it's saying here that I shall, Numbers 24:17, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Seth. So yeah, so when the Lord returns, Moab ain't gonna stand a chance. When the true people of the Lord is in the land over there, and the Lord set them up, and we in the kingdom, Moab are gonna know better to even think about getting bucky. Moab ain't gonna get bucky. Edom ain't even gonna get bucky. 18. And Edom shall be a possession, and Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession, and his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, there go Amalek again, right? When he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was first of the nations. Amalek was first of the nation. So how can you be oppressed when you looked at as the Lord's people right now? You in possession of the land. You controlling everything. You in governments all around the world. Can't nobody speak out and say nothing against you. You're first of the nations. Amalek is first of the nations. The leader of the free world tap dance to whatever you say. No matter what president is in there, whatever president you come in there, he come in, he put the little yarmulke on, he'll go over there and hump on the wall, kiss the wall, and he pledges allegiance to Israel. No matter which president you get in there, and America is the leader of the free world, and Israel is leading that. Leading them, or leading him right now, Trump. Numbers 24:20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. We read that in Deuteronomy. When I return you to the land and all that, right? Deuteronomy. Yeah, Deuteronomy 25:19. Therefore it shall be when the Lord thy power have given thee rest from all thy enemies round about in the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget. Yeah, Amalek gonna be blotted out, man. Numbers 24:20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but the latter end shall be that he perish forever. Yeah, that's his latter end. So he not going, it say he shall return and build a desolate places, but the Lord shall throw down. Exodus. Get that. Exodus. Get a couple more Amalek. Amalek, the Amalek, what he got to look forward to. So they try to quote scriptures and this and that and whoop-de whoop 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 whoop. Please, man. Exodus chapter 17, verse 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. They're going three spots. That was crazy. That was crazy. Dry heads be driving crazy, boy. Yeah, even in the cars, Edomites drive like, hey man, they drive like we the only ones on the road. So that's in three places we done read Amalek being being wiped out forever, right? Exodus 17 and 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built the altar in the name of it Jehovasi, for he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation, that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. That's why you see what's going down right now. Ain't gonna have no peace over there in the land. You don't supposed to be over there. We read all the scriptures. You don't supposed to be over there. And sooner or later, the land going to totally be cleansed. But until then, it's going to be boom, boom, boom. Wars and rumors of wars. Wars and rumors of wars. Let me get some water. Still going. I was going to title this one. I was going to title this one Bombs Over Baghdad. I said, nah, don't do that. Don't do that, Bombs Over Baghdad. You two might not like that title. Bombs Over Baghdad. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's see. I got 3 more there. Well, 2 more there. And then I can get over to the island. Get a couple of war, then we close out with the arrows of indignation. Let's go 1 Samuel 15 and 3. Now remember we read in Deuteronomy, right? Remember what Amalek did, right? In Deuteronomy 25, right? Let's start at 1. Saul destroys the Amalekites. 1 Samuel 15 and 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore hearken thou unto the voice of the words of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remember what I remember that which Amalek did to Israel. Now he laid wait for how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. We read that. Remember what he did to you in Egypt, right? And then we read how he pursued his brother with the sword. He forgot all brotherly covenant. Remember that? All of them scriptures we read, right? 3. Now go and smite Amalek. 1 Samuel 15:3. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have and spare them not, but slay both man, woman, faint, infant, and suckling, ox and child, infant, and still the baby that's still breastfeeding. Wow. Infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. So that's 4 spots where we done seen destroy Amalek, right? Destroy Amalek. One more, First Chronicle 18. So this is what they got to look forward to, man. Amos 9 is say going to rebuild a house of David in the days of old. Maybe we get that one next. Yeah, First Chronicles 18 and 11. Them also King David dedicated unto the Lord with the silver and the gold that he brought from all these nations, from Edom, from Moab, and from the children of Ammon, and from the Philistines, and from Amalek, yes, and from Amalek. Amalek is right there, man. And you could tell he's an important tribe of the Edomites, because even in Psalms the 83rd chapter, it says Edom, and then it says Amalek. It says Amalek was the first of the nations, because Amalek is the top tribe of the Edomites. They the top tribe of the Edomites. Now where I'm going to Amos, right? 992. Yeah, I'll be taking it as a sign, man. When the thing start buffering too much and it cut off and all that, hey man, it's all of the Lord, man. Today, Lord willing, I go and it don't stop the whole time. So hey, it's all of the Lord. Let's go Amos chapter 9 and 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David, which is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this. Yeah, man. Yeah, so them times is coming, man. The times is coming where Amalek ass gonna be back under the foot of the Israelites. Man. They not gonna be in the Holy Land over there to protect them. Let's get 2 there, and then we get a couple there. And let's go. Let's get that Jeremiah. Let's get that Jeremiah. I quoted it. Jeremiah 50. 45. start up here. Let's start up higher. Let's go 22, right? Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land. And we start out with that. Wars and rumors of wars, right? A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How is the hammer Jeremiah 50 and 22. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken. Something must be out. Some power shorted out in somewhere or something. Either that or they going to get tacos. Either that or they going to get tacos. Jeremiah 50 and 22. A sound of battle is in the land of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught because thou hast striven against the Lord. Yeah, got the land in our possession. Feeling proud about it. Boasting. Boasting in the fact that they got the Holy Land. The Lord, look, the Lord have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation, for this is the work of the Lord of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. The Lord have opened up his armory. That was the Lord opening up the missiles, man. Yeah, he, matter of fact, hold that right. Let's go 6:10. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Watch this. 17. Revelation 17 and 17. For the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast. For the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast, and to the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And to the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. The Lord is the one that putting it in their hearts. Where's another one at? Ezekiel 38 and yeah, let's go. and 3. And say, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O God, and chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. That's Russia. Right? That's Russia. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed in all sorts of armor. That's the missiles. Even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Yeah, man. So the Lord put hooks in the jaws. The Lord put it in your heart to fulfill His will, to fulfill His words, and His words is that the missiles, His armory is gonna fly. Jeremiah 50 and 25 have opened His armory and have brought forth the weapons of His indignation. For this is the work of the Lord power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the uttermost, open up her storehouses, cast up her heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she have done, do unto her. So according to all she have done, do unto her. What was Israel doing? Israel been bombing the shit out of everybody, man. They've been bombing the shit out of everybody. Point is in 40 now. Let's go 40. Jeremiah 50 and 40. As for the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any man, any neither shall any son of man dwell there. Behold, people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coasts of earth. They shall hold the bow and lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses. See, they shall ride upon horses, every one put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. So going back to the Lord is going to be the one that put the spirit on all these nations to start firing off their missiles. It's the Lord put the spirit on Iran. Iran was bombing for a long time, man. And they said tonight gonna be worse than yesterday. They talking hella shit. They talking cash shit online, on the internet. They talking cash shit and they backing it up and they showing videos. How they say the revolution will not be televised? This revolution is being televised. You watching it right now. Okay, we still rocking. We still rocking. Let's get a couple more. Let's go. Oh, let's get that. Definitely got to get that. That this is the last, the missiles is the plague. The last plague that the Lord gonna send. Gotta get that. Let's go Zechariah 14 and 6. And it shall come to pass in that day that the light shall not be clear nor dark, but it shall be one day which shall be known to the Lord, not day nor night, but it shall come to pass that at evening time it shall be light. They lit up the sky last night. And it shall be in a day that living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the former sea, and half of the hinder sea. In the summer and in the winter it shall be. And the Lord shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one. Yeah. All the land shall be turned as a plain from Gabal to Rimmon, south of Jerusalem. It shall be lifted up and inhabited in her place from Benjamin's gate unto the place of the first gate, unto the corner gate, and from the tower of Hanil unto the king's winepress. And men shall dwell in it, and there shall be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem shall dwell safely. Where's that at? Jerusalem, they not dwelling safely. If that's the case, why you, like I said, why do you need an iron dome? Watch this. 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Yeah. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people. Yeah. The missiles is of the Lord, man. That's gonna be the last plague. The last plague is gonna be, that place is gonna be cleansed over it, man. That land had to be cleansed over it. And Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Yeah, that's it. Let's see what else. Let's get that Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13 and 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth host of battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. We read the weapons of his indignation are the missiles. The last plague is the missiles. Because he gathering all of the nations going to get gathered together over it. How 6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. Then we read all these are the beginning of sorrows. Matthew 24, right, and 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. We was reading that their eyes gonna consume away and all of that. Their faces shall be as flames, right? Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. And they, like I said, sin is transgression of the law. They over there breaking the law in the Holy Land. They over there breaking the law in the Holy Land. They over there destroying the law. Matter of fact, they follow the Talmud. And the Talmud is straight crazy. And if you supporting them people, all you gotta do is find out what the Talmud, the people that you Christians and Christianity love to get behind, all you gotta do is look up what the Talmud says about Jesus. Look up what the Talmud says about Jesus. What they believe and think about Jesus. What they think and believe about his mother Mary. Look that up. If you read that and you say you still support them people as a Christian, you straight stupid. Let's get that Joe out. Probably close out. Yeah, we close out a little bit. Joel chapter 3, verse 2. Joel 3 and 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh's judgment, right? Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them, or Yahweh Shaphat, Yahweh's judgment, and will plead with them, there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Israel is scattered, man. Israel is not gathered together in Jerusalem. Yeah, it's a few Israelites, few of them that's gonna look like they not Israelites, but they gonna be Israelites. But for the most part, that's not the Lord's people. Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Huh? Drop down to 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Do what? Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares in the swords and your pruning hooks in the spears. Let all of y'all that's doing all y'all agricultural jobs or y'all farming or whatever, prepare for war. Let the weak say I am strong. What Iran do? Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people. No, the Iron Dome gonna be the hope of his people. But the Lord will be the hope of his people. No, America, Donald Trump, France, all the other nations gonna help us. But the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of his children, the strength of the children of Israel. So shall ye know that I am the Lord your power, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. Yeah, this time is coming, man. War is coming. And all of these things you seeing, these missiles and all of this, it's the Lord putting the spirit on them to pop these missiles. So yeah, so you got pretty much that. Oh, I got one more. Let me close out with that one. Isaiah 50. 16. It's a good day today, though. Not too hot. It was cloudy. No wind. Let's go. Isaiah chapter 54 and 14.16. In righteousness shalt thou be established. In righteousness. No, not by bomb, by blowing up shit. In righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear. Thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. No, we in bunkers right now over there in Jerusalem. We in bunkers in Jerusalem, taking pictures, sitting in from our bunker over there, sipping wine in our bunkers. Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. Behold, I have created the smith. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument of his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. So the Lord put the spirit on the smith, the people that could cut the atom, to come up with this and the nuclear technology and all. The Lord put that on us. Why? To perform his works. Because he want to destroy this place when he ready to, at his time. But in the meantime, you seeing all these little things, and it's all leading up to a big thing. When the Lord gonna sweep it with a besom of destruction. So with that one, man, I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh, Bahashem, Rakakwadah. Salute to the men out here teaching the fullness of the scriptures in these times. To the hopeful elect scattered abroad, unlike the two expected bird, tabernacle of King David. I look forward to your rulership in the kingdom. When all rule and authority is put down, we joint heirs with Hamashiach, with Yahweh, and with Yahweh Shah in the kingdom. To the remnant, men, women, children, remain spiritual out there. Shalom, y'all. Shalom.